Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Zach Cox, and today what I got for you is actually some of the most brutal and goriest deaths in the Grand Theft Auto series. Now, I do want to say, unfortunately, most of these do come from Grand Theft Auto 5, however, I have found a couple from the 3D era GTA games, but prior to GTA 5's release, brutal and gory deaths really weren't emphasized much in the series, so that's why most of them do come from GTA 5, of course. So if you find the video enjoyable, then at the end of it, you can give it a thumbs up. That'd be greatly appreciated. If we could get 1,000 likes, that'd be really awesome. But with that said, let's go ahead and get started with some of these brutal and gory deaths within the Grand Theft Auto series. First up, we have a minor character from GTA Vice City Stories by the name of Jesus, and nothing is really known about this man and his backstory, other than the fact that he actually worked for a man by the name of Gonzalez, who is an acquaintance of Victor Vance, and according to Gonzalez, Jesus betrayed him. So he appears in one mission only throughout Vice City Stories and in the GTA series, and that mission is Homes on the Range, where he is actually strapped to an explosive buoy in the water near the golf club, and Victor Vance literally has to play human darts with a golf ball, and we actually have to hit this golf ball and make it hit this explosive buoy, and once done, this buoy actually explodes, sinking into the water, killing Jesus. So just a very brutal death for the 3D era of GTA games, and it's one of the only brutal ones from this era. Next we have Jay Norris, the founder and CEO of Life Invader, the in-game parody of Facebook. And Jay Norris appears in one mission only, and this mission is From Request, and under the orders of Lester Crest, Michael DeSanta actually sneaks into the Life Invader building. He plants an explosive device in this prototype phone that Norris was to present later on in the day. And as Norris unveils this phone, Michael actually calls it from his house, which activates this explosive in the phone, and it blows up. And since Jay Norris is holding it right next to his head, this small explosion actually blows off Jay Norris's face, killing him instantly, and just providing a very gruesome and brutal death in front of thousands of people watching on their TVs at home. And now we have Molly Schultz, and God, I always hated this woman in GTA 5, and Molly is Devin Weston's trusted lieutenant almost, a secretary character, and she handles the contacts between Devin Weston and Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, and just most other characters in the game. And her final appearance in GTA 5 comes when she is told by Devin Weston to take and destroy this film that Michael DeSanta is actually producing. And unwilling to surrender his first movie, Michael actually pursues her to the Los Santos International Airport, where after this giant big chase on the runway, Molly Schultz actually crashes her car on the side of Devin Weston's hangar. She makes an attempt to escape by running into the hangar, into a jet. But in the midst of this, and actually running up to the jet, she actually gets sucked into a jet engine and just shredded to death. She gets chopped up, diced up, sliced up, and she is splattered all over this hangar floor. And it's pretty crazy because we can check out this gruesome scene after this happens, and we can actually see just her different body parts splattered all over the floor and scattered, and we can also see her hand. I don't know how her hand made it through this jet engine, but just a very brutal and gruesome death, probably the most brutal one in the GTA series to this day. Now we have Johnny Clements, and while he was a very cool character that we got to play as in The Lost and Damned, his life seemingly went downhill and spiraled out of control by 2013 and the events of GTA 5. And when Johnny goes to confront Trevor Phillips about having sex with his girlfriend Ashley, Trevor, who just finds out that Michael DeSanta is still alive, he snaps and he retaliates by actually throwing Johnny to the ground, smashing his face with a beer bottle, and then repeatedly stomping his head in as everyone else watches. And it's sad to see Johnny go out in such a defenseless manner due to his former background in being a biker badass. And what really makes Johnny's death brutal is if we zoom in on Johnny's head, we can see that there's a hole in his skull, and you can see his brain matter. And later on in this mission, Trevor actually scrapes off a piece of Johnny's brain from his boot and throws it on the ground. And then, if you guys have never noticed, actually inside of Trevor's truck on his dash, there is something that looks like a piece of gum, but it's actually a piece of Johnny's brains. So Johnny gets his head smashed in, and it's very brutal, and it's very sad. and ultimately just a very unfortunate death in the Grand Theft Auto series. Backtracking to the 3D universe and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, we have a very unfortunate death of a very innocent man from a mission called Deconstruction. And the premise of this mission is Carl is trying to get his point across to this construction company and their construction site by letting them know that they don't want to get on his bad side. And basically he goes on this rampage on this construction site, just destroying everything in his way. And in this mission, there is a construction foreman, and he has literally done nothing wrong. He is actually just hiding in one of the portable bathrooms, or just a porta potty. And he comes out, takes a look around, he sees Carl destroying this place, and decides, I'm gonna hide back inside of this porta potty. And Carl decides to use a bulldozer to push this portable toilet into a ditch that this foreman is still inside, and then he gets into a cement truck and dumps the cement into this ditch, burying this foreman alive. And it's very sad but comedic at the same time, because this dude literally did nothing wrong. The man was just trying to use the bathroom, and as a result got buried alive. So my advice to you guys is if you're ever using a public bathroom at a porta potty at some kind of event or anything, make sure that there's not a crazy dude in a cement truck trying to push you into a ditch and bury you alive. Lastly, we have the death of Agent Andreas Sanchez in Grand Theft Auto 5, and his death appears in the mission The Wrap-Up, where he is forced by Steve Haynes to arrest Michael DeSanta and Dave Norton. And before he arrests them, everything goes south, everybody points guns at one another, and Steve Haynes, in the midst of all this, turns his gun to Agent Sanchez and shoots him in the head. And during this scene, we can actually see the back of Agent Sanchez's head get blown off. We can see brain matter, we can see inside of his skull, and it's just a very bloody death. And it's a pretty cool one, and it goes by really freaking quick, so you actually got to stop it and take a look if you're just into that kind of stuff, and just see how brutal this is. So the death of Agent Andreas Sanchez does conclude this video. So if you guys found it enjoyable and would like to see some more content like this on my channel, well, first off, be sure to subscribe to never miss out. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and let me know down in the comment section below, did I miss any brutal deaths in the GTA series that you guys thought should have made this video? If so, let me know who it is, and I'll be sure to read through all of your comments. But with that said out of the way, I believe that's just about it. You guys all take it easy, have a safe one. My name is Zach Cox, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.